Well, you're clipping coupons and watching every dollar. Someone just spent $141,000 on hotel rooms from one trip. And I've got the receipts. This is an official document from Global Affairs Canada. And what you're looking at is the hotel bill for the prime minister and his entourage. So let's break this down. So you got Paris, France, you're at almost $40,000. London, England, $36,000. Washington, $48,000. But here's where it gets very interesting. The Hague, Netherlands, $141,000. Then you have the Holy See, $133,000. Brussels, we're at almost $74,000. So just to do a little quick math, I think we're up to about almost $500,000 just on hotel rooms. And that's not even the craziest part, because this is, I'll blow this up here, even bigger so you can actually see these big numbers. It's crazy. This bill is the catering bill, not the flights themselves, just the food on the flights. Rome, $93,780 in-flight catering. London, you got $52,000. Brussels, $49,000. Washington, $21,000. Now, look at this one. If you look at New York City, $685, and it says C note 3. I don't so what's the difference? I don't know what they're making in Rome that they're not making in New York City, but that's crazy. So what are they serving in Rome that costs $93,000? And notice at the very bottom it says not available. Not available. New York, $685 with a note. I'm not sure what they don't want us to see, but here's what makes this really sting. And this is, again, why we never trust a banker. The average Canadian household makes about $60,000 a year. 1.8 million Canadians use a food bank last year. Housing prices are through the roof. People are making impossible choices between rent and groceries. And the Prime Minister's team is spending more on hotel stays in the Netherlands than most Canadians make in 2 years. So think about that. And you know what's so ironic? This comes from a former banker, someone who should understand the value of money. Never trust a banker. That's indeed. So I found this little video, and it actually sums this up in a nutshell, and it's just crazy. So have a listen here. It's a parody, but it is absolutely funny. Let me add this guy. And he really, really sums it up in a nutshell. Have a listen here.
Pierre, fantastic hair, really disciplined hair, strong eyebrows, presidential eyebrows. These apples, beautiful apples, way better than Canadian apples, by the way. Listen, this meeting is totally off the record, off the books. If anyone asks, we talked about golf.
Mr. President, I'll get straight to it. Why did you back Mark Carney?
Why? Because shiny socks Trudeau almost finished Canada. Tremendous damage, historic levels. And we let it happen. Picked up assets cheap, very cheap. Then Carney shows up. Banker guy, and I said, this is perfect.
Perfect. How?
Bankers don't love countries, Pierre. They don't love people. They don't even love their own families. Look it up. They love numbers. This guy didn't live in Canada for what, 15 years? London, Davos, boardrooms, private jets. He doesn't lose sleep over grocery prices. Feelings are not his strong suit.
So you wanted him in power?
Wanted? I endorsed him. Huge ego. Massive. Already rich, which is key because he doesn't care what happens to Canada as long as his balance sheet looks good. Trudeau was chaos. Carney is liquidation.
You're saying he'll dismantle Canada faster than you ever could?
Oh, at a pace we never dreamed of. Fake deal after fake deal. Press conferences everywhere. Government-funded media calming the masses. It's like taking candy from a baby. A very polite, heavily taxed baby. I like you, Pierre. You actually care about your country. Very rare these days. When this is all over, maybe we make you governor.
Governor?
Of what's left. Call it a promotion. Gotta run. President Xi just texted. Wants a piece of the action. Everybody wants a deal.
The Prime Minister held a
That's
photo
actually
op.
crazy. And here's Pierre Poilievre really heading home on that message that Carney really doesn't care about the grocery prices at all. He's a banker. He cares about the money, and it doesn't care about Canadians' money. Have a listen here to Pierre Poilievre.
Store in front of food, but there was just one thing missing. The price tags. He had ordered his PMO staff to literally show up early at the grocery store and remove the price tags. They're back up today. We went and checked, and they're really high. In fact, grocery prices are rising faster in Canada than in any other G7 country, twice as fast as in the States, twice as fast as when he took office. Mr. Speaker, the hidden costs that this Prime Minister imposes on inflation will not go away because he tries to take down the price tag. Why won't he take down the price?
He's 100% right. And I saw this video because I always know the prices going back and forth in the States. And it was funny. I was talking about chicken too. And this guy did a great video. And I was talking to my cousin this summer when I was home, and she was telling me how much she spends on chicken because she lives with her dad and her son. And so she says they go to Longo's, which is not the cheapest place, but she says 3 chicken breasts cost them like $24. When I was back here in the States, I had a family pack, like big, huge family pack that was like $15. And then I saw this video, so it kind of resonated. Have a listen here at this guy.
So this is $10.72 for 4 pounds. In Canada, this is 1.6 kg for $24. You can literally get double the amount of chicken here at Winco versus just less than half for double the price in Canada at Walmart. That is absurd.
Yeah. And that's essentially what it is. So, you know, when you think about all the money that he is spending on in-flight food and things like that, that's money that could go to healthcare, to housing, to helping Canadians who are actually struggling. You know, I'm not saying the Prime Minister should fly economy. Like, security definitely matters, diplomacy matters, but this really needs answers. Like, I would really like to know what costs 93. I would love to know the food that they're eating. Or is that the chef? I don't even know. Is that the food? Is the chef, or they got some like Michelin star chef cooking for them? It just seems astronomical to me that amount of money. But that video, that parody, pretty much sums it up in a nutshell. He doesn't give a shit about Canadians. He cares about the money. He hasn't lived in Canada in 15 years. Does he really care about the people? I honestly don't think he does. I think he cares about Brookfield. I think he cares about his bottom line. I don't think that he has that empathy gene in him to actually care about those people that are struggling, because I think he would be approaching this so differently. And I really truly believe, and I've said this from the very beginning, that Trump endorsed Carney because he knew Carney was the weak link. Pierre Poilievre wasn't the weak link. He really wanted Carney. I actually have a video, but I think everybody knows that Trump endorsed him. But he literally says in this video that Carney was 30 points. He says Carney was 30 points behind before I stepped in and got involved. So Trump 100% made sure Carney was in there. And I try to explain this in Canadian terms to people. Trump is very smart. He knows exactly what he's doing. He knew that Trudeau was already a weakness for Canada, so he was bringing in someone pretty much the same shit, different pile with the Liberals. So he knew what he needed to do to get what Trump wanted. And I always equate this to be like when you're playing pond hockey and everybody throws their sticks in because you just want a fair team. So you throw all your sticks in and then you make your teams and you throw your sticks left, right. And wherever your stick falls, that's the team that you're on. But here's where Trump is. This is what makes Trump different. He sat there and studied every single player, because if he's going to be the ones throwing the sticks side to side, it's not going to be an arbitrary decision. He's going to go in and make sure that if he's going to have to play against that other team's going to be weaker. So what he did is he analyzed all the different players, and when he was dividing up the sticks thing, who do I want to play against? He made sure that Canada had the weaker team. He threw the shitty players over here and he threw the strong players over there because he knew that he could dominate this side. He even says that it's much easier to deal with a Liberal than it is to deal with a Conservative. And he made sure he would rather deal with the weaker link than a stronger link. And hands down, Trump was behind getting him in power all day long. And it wasn't because of his strength. It was because of his weakness. He wasn't there. Trump's there to dominate. and he wanted to go against the weakest link. And he knows like that parody was so perfect. He knows he doesn't give a shit. He has no empathy for the actual people. Has a banker mind, and that's the way he's gonna run. He doesn't want to go up against Poilievre because Poilievre actually cares about the people and is passionate. It's like, no, fuck you. I'm gonna do what's best for Canada. Well, Carney will do what's best for his back pocket. Period. Hands down. Just my thoughts. But anyways, guys, let me know what you think. I think the prices that he's spending on his food, and hey, I'm no expert in this, but I owned a restaurant before. Like it's be like $92,000. What could you possibly? What is that? I can't even like I have like no idea what could possibly cost that much money. It's beyond off the charts expensive. So guys, let me know your thoughts. And again, nothing's probably going to be done about it. People are just going to complain and bitch and be like, yeah, well, that is what it is. So anyways, guys, please like, subscribe, share, hype. Let me know your thoughts, and I'll talk to you guys soon. Thanks. Bye.